So when Lollipop Chainsaw was first shown at E3 2012, I was like, okay, I got this game figured out. This is going to be one of those titles that isn't very good, but panders to the male demographic by putting a girl in very revealing clothing just to sell their game, like certain others have done in the past. And of course, that's what you would think if you were to look at the game's advertising.
What can she do?
Oh, anything and everything you want.
Whoa.
But then I noticed it was getting good reviews. Like, really good reviews. And after so many people recommended that I give it a try, I finally did, and I have to say, it's not what I expected. What I found was a fun little game about dismembering zombies with a chainsaw. And in an era where zombie games are everywhere to the point that they just might as well call the next one not another zombie game, Lollipop Chainsaw feels like a breath of fresh air, changing up the formula a bit by not equipping the main character with a gun, but instead treating it like a sword-wielding hero-adventure sci-fi comedy. With a bit of an acid trip. Yeah, remember that level? What were they on for this one? Oh, that's right. Mushrooms caused that chicken concoction. That's just weird. So you play as Juliet Starling, and give the game designer some credit because they established in the opening scene that it's her birthday and she just turned 18, so you don't have to feel dirty by looking at her. I'm looking at you, the guy game, who featured a topless girl who was only 17.
Shame. 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 Shame!
So Juliet is voiced by the actress Tara Strong, who has voiced lots of famous characters in the past, such as Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, Hip and Hop from Mario 3, and Twilight Sparkle in My Little Pony. I bring this up because a lot of times Tara Strong uses the Twilight voice for Juliet, and yes, it is hilarious to dub Juliet's voice over Twilight's.
Welcome to my bedroom. Don't think that me letting you in here is an invitation for any funny stuff. I mean, not that I have a problem with funny stuff. Especially not if you really like the person.
Conflicted. So the gameplay is pretty standard, and you can primarily get through the entire game with one attack, which can get a little old after a while, but they change it up a bit by giving you different chainsaw attacks. Also, Juliet's boyfriend Nick has his head separated from his body to prevent him from becoming a zombie so he can be used as a variety of power-ups against attackers. Along with that, his head can be attached to headless zombies to control their bodies and help Juliet remove obstacles in her way. The boss battles are pretty fun and keep you guessing on what's going to happen next. Each one has their own quirks and makes you think about how to bring them down. You can't just hit them with the chainsaw, you have to think about it. If there is one thing I say the game is really lacking, it's the story. It's just kind of cliche for a high school driven narrative. This one student is upset because he's not popular and no girl would give him the time of day and now he wants revenge. Blah blah blah, we've seen it before. But to his credit, I don't know many stories where revenge means zombies invading the town, so that's a point. Now, I'm not going to act like this game is free of sexual themes, because it's not, but they're honestly not as abundant as you might think. Sure, they come into play every now and then, but from what I thought I was going to get, it's surprisingly downplayed. So if you're one of those gamers who takes a good look at a character and passes because you think it's only going to cater to the adolescent male fantasy, I urge you to look past your misconceptions and give Lollipop Chainsaw a chance. I was pleasantly surprised, and I think you might be as well. In my opinion, killing zombies has never been more fun or satisfying.